What to do when your cat dies at home, what to do with the body, final arrangements, and memorial options. First of all, I'm so sorry that you're going through this right now. I got my two kitties when they were quite young and they are still healthy, but I remember the day my father took my first dog to be put down. Many of us don't see our pets as simply some domesticated animals, but rather as parts of our family. And unfortunately, most of the times we outlive our beloved pets. In many cases, the grief of losing your cat is so overwhelming that you can't really do anything else for a bit apart from mourning your deceased furry pal, regardless of how and where it has passed away. And it's perfectly normal to be ridden with grief. In some cases, your precious furball might not die outdoors or get euthanized at a veterinary clinic, but die at home, which can be even worse. The stress and fear factor of seeing your special pal dying at home can really take its toll on even the strongest of spirits out there. What to do with the body, who to call, and burial options when your cat dies at home. The first and foremost thing is to allow yourself to fully grasp the meaning of the situation and to not fall under the spell of the initial shock and depression. Instead of panicking, going into hysterics, or breaking down, you need to make sure you cover all of the technicalities. As harsh as this sounds, it's actually unavoidable, and most of all, it's an essential part of saying goodbye. What to do with the body? This is perhaps the worst part of all, since you'll need to figure out what to do with the body immediately until you decide on what to do with the body long term. Whatever your decision, and whoever you call, you're going to want to make sure you wrap your cat up in a blanket or towel at the very least. The safer option is to wrap it tightly in plastic and put the body inside a number of bags. You'll want to ensure it's got multiple layers and that the bags can seal tightly, especially if you have to keep your cat's deceased body around for more than a couple of hours. In some cases, mobile veterinary clinics will come to you to pick up your cat, and from there you can decide what to do. Animal control services in your area may also be able to pick it up, though they may charge you for it. Burial options, or what to do with the body long term. There are a number of options here, and many will depend on your location. Some cities and states will have different laws. For example, are you allowed to bury the cat in your backyard? Some places might have a law against that, so be sure to read up on it. The main options are burial at home or in a pet cemetery, cremation, communal or individual, compost, yes, really. For burial, you will need to find a box or a casket, though we recommend a really cool company that makes things called pods. They're eco-friendly, biodegradable burial caskets that come with seeds of a perennial plant you can plant on top to always remember your kitty. Cremation can be done as part of a communal cremation where multiple pets are cremated at the same time. This is usually cheap or free, or you can opt for usually much more expensive option where your kitty alone is cremated, which will allow you the option to get his or her ashes, which you can then display or release how you wish, within accordance of the law, of course. Finally, we also recently found out about Rooted, a company that has created a process that basically helps your cat's body go through a recomposition process, which turns the organic materials into usable compost. You can choose to donate the compost to a local forestry initiative, or you can have it returned to yourself to use, allowing your cat to live on by supplying vital nutrients to the plants in your yard. If you have pet insurance, it may cover some of the fees and expenses which are about to come after your cat's passing, but be sure to check your specific plan. What better way to memorialize your pet than to make sure her loving spirit continues, even after she's gone? Happily, that's exactly what you can do by planting a tree in a U.S. national forest in memory of your precious kitty. Trees for Change have a wonderful memorial program that sends you a certificate and card when you choose to plant a tree on your pet's behalf. They take care of the actual planting and everything on their end, and you can rest assured that your cat's legacy will live on for future generations to enjoy the beauty and majesty of the nature that gave life to her. You can get a touching memorial stone for your yard, for the pet cemetery, or even for a symbolic tribute to your pet, which you can simply place in your garden without an actual grave.